Siempre te cuidaré, siempre te voy a querer.
Buenas noches, mi gente. ¿Cómo estamos? Hello, I have myself, Miss Mary, out here in Dallas, Texas, and I have my co-host, Mr. George Medina. How are you, friend?
Good. Hello, hello. I almost thought you hung up on me. I was like, what?
I was in the middle of saying, I'm gonna put you on hold, and then I just put him on hold.
Well, let's make
That's
sure we hang up on Mike.
No, he's there. I can see him.
Right.
How are you tonight? How's everybody
Good.
doing?
Good. Hope everybody's doing good. What's the date? Oh, today's Thursday.
Thursday.
Holy.
I know, I know. Well, tonight we have a very special guest. It is the first of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. And de parte de Let's Talk Tejano and Serious Tejano, we want to welcome the new year. And we're starting off the new year absolutely perfect with our very special guest, George. You want to announce it?
Sure. A special guest, friend of the show. We've had him on several times. We have a good time every time we have him on. We always find different talking points, but definitely Mike G from Mike G and the Iconics.
All right, let's bring him in. Hey, amigo. I
What's
didn't
happening, guys?
Go,
How are
Mike.
y'all?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good, Mary. Everything good. George, saludos.
Saludos, bro. ¿Cómo andamos?
Yes, I
Happy
love I love coming here because I can already tell this is gonna get fun here.
We're gonna
Yep.
talk about some very interesting topics tonight, and I cannot wait because we're ready, right? Right, Mike?
Yes, of course.
We're ready.
Ask away. Any questions the viewers have, también send your questions. I got you all.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. Welcome everybody again. Happy New Year. The part of this Serious Tejano and Let's Talk Tejano. I'm out here in Dallas, Texas. George is in Cyprus,
Cyprus.
and Mike, you're out there in San Antonio.
I'm in San Antonio right now.
San Antonio, and you're going to be doing some traveling very soon that we're going to talk about. So we're
Yes.
going to get into that as well. But Mike, we've talked to you a couple times, and I'm always so excited to chat with you about everything that you're working on. And last year, you told us that you're going to have a very busy 2026.
Yes.
So why don't we start out with what you're working on currently? What new music has
New
just released?
yes. New music wise, we are man, I've got no, I don't. Isaac has two songs to sing, and then Homer has three accordion tracks to do, and the album's done.
Oh,
We
wow.
get we get to start to mix and master, and I'm putting the date as February the 1st. It'll be ready to go. So Dios
What
quiere, everything will be good.
do we know the name of the album yet, or is that a secret?
I'm no. I'm really leaning towards the legacy continues.
I like it because that
You
was
know,
one of your
so
songs, right?
como?
Todos, on Cuéntale de Todos, you say that. The legacy continues.
Yes, yes. So my Mr. Jimmy G had an album called the Legend Continues.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think it was very fitting to call it the Legacy Continues. So
Absolutely. So,
And it definitely is a strong legacy, man. You know,
yes,
a strong
yes,
legacy, bro. And it's gonna be that type of legacy that's gonna endure the test of time, dude. It's
it
gonna be.
is, man. It takes it's we've spent a lot of hours in the studio because we I mean I talked to Chris Perales, the keyboard player, and he's the one that spends all this time with me at the studio, and I'm like, we can't put out anything that's half-assed for the seed. It's got to be at 100. You know what I mean? So we catch each other sitting there and listening to the album from beginning to end, and we'll look at each other, and he can look at me like, Mike, this is a kick-ass album, all of it, all the way through. And I was like, okay, we're ready now. You know what I mean? So
a little bit of everything that we've already heard from y'all, or some things that are going to be different.
uh, there's There's it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different.
It's gonna
Okay.
be it's gonna be different. I love it. You know what I mean? Porque it's gonna cater to everybody here. So
Awesome. Well, I know we got to hear a little bit of one of the songs that was released, and we're going to hear it tonight
yes,
on here. So we would definitely we're going to be playing it for everybody. Big saludos to everybody that is hanging out here on YouTube and on Facebook. Saludos to Grupo Entrego in house. Jose is out there. Thank you, and everybody that's on there. Just give us a comment where you're watching from, and if you have questions for Mike, just put in the chat. We're definitely reading those out loud.
Mary, 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 your sound's going out.
My sound?
Oh, there
oh
it is.
there,
You're
there.
back.
Oh, is
There
that
you
better?
are. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. You're going to be traveling soon, so you have some upcoming shows that we want to talk about.
Yes, yes. Last night I did a podcast también in Corpus with a good friend of mine, Mr. Bumper. But so all week I've been in the studio since Sunday. Right, we played Saturday, Sunday. Me arranqué to Corpus. I've been in the studio all week. I did a podcast yesterday with Bumper. Today I was in the studio for a little while early in the morning, and then got on the road, came to San Antonio, had to get some stuff ready to for tonight's travel. So tonight we traveled to Irving, Texas, right, with our good friend Mr. Frank T at Southern Junction. So you wanna beat the Austin traffic and all the, you know what I mean. It'll add a lot of time to your schedule. So we do it at night on the no hay tráfico, and it's smooth sailing, como dicen. So we head to Irving, Texas tonight. We perform there tomorrow, and then Saturday we head to Houston with our good friend Mr. Mikey Mike at El Social. So we'll be out there in Houston, Texas, Saturday, and then Sunday we've got a great cause, man. A good friend of mine, a good friend of my father, Jimmy G, and a pioneer in the industry. To in my opinion, we do Ram Herrera's benefit in Rosenberg, Texas, on Sundays. So we got a full schedule. It's I love it. I love
Let's
I
getting
love
this
doing it.
album out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. So believe it or not, as soon as I'm done there, I head back to Corpus to the studio and start mixing and mastering already.
And with the studio that you're working in, let's talk a little bit about who you're working with in the studio.
Yeah, so I'm finally back home. That's how I take it, because it really truly feels like home. So I'm back at Freddie Records. Big shout out to Freddie Jr., all the Martinez family. So I'm back there. It it was very emotional for me walking back into that studio. Porque as soon as I walked in, I immediately looked left, because that's where my father would always sit in that room. You know what I mean? So it got to me. Yes, I stood there for a little while. I took it in. The engineer Mariano Herrera, that's my brother right there. He came up. He gave me a hug, and he was like, "Mike, you don't understand how glad how happy I am that you're back home, man. This is what we were missing. Your style of music, your dad's style of music, is what we were missing here. We have everything else covered. You're the missing piece here. So I love it, man. We as soon as we got over all the hugs and the thank yous and the whatever, we got to work. We dropped 6 songs in one session. So
Wow.
Dang.
yeah, Freddie walked in and he was like, "Man, you're flying through this," and I was like, I was anxious to do this. You know what I mean? I had all this material ready, and again, Chris played a huge part in this, arranging parts, and so it's great, man. It's great.
And when you got asked, like, was it just time that it happened, or were you preparing to go back in there? Like, talk to us
I
about the process of
Yeah,
going back.
I really didn't know, to be honest. I was putting music out independently, but and then I got a call one night. Well, one afternoon, I should say. It was about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. from Jesse Turner, right? And when I saw my phone and it said Turner, I was like, man, I haven't spoken to Turner in a while. Something's up, you know. So he's like, Mike, Freddie Jr. wants to talk to you, and I was like, okay, like. Do I call him? Is he gonna call me or what was he's like, no, he's gonna call you. And I was like, all right. So pasó tiempo that same night, and I went to bed, you know, and I was okay. Well, I guess tomorrow he'll call, or but was I nervous? Yes, you know what I mean.
You're
It's
like, what is this about?
yeah. So what did I do now, right? But no, I went to bed, believe it or not, and I was falling asleep, and my phone rings, and I look at it, and Freddie Jr. and I was like, a la madre, like I got up and you know what I mean.
No
Answered
sleepy
the
face. No sleepy.
yeah, I didn't want to sound sleepy or anything. What's up, Freddie? Yes, I was waiting for your call, as a matter of fact. So no, and he was like, Mike, I'd like to talk to you. The following Tuesday, can you come to my office? And I was like, of course, Freddie, I'll be there. So and so I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew what that I had spoken to Freddie. No, nobody knew anything. Not my band, not nobody. So Tuesday came around. I woke up super early because when you're nervous, no duermes. You know what I mean? You're tossing and turning, and you're just waiting for that time. So I got up, got in my truck, drove to Corpus, and walked into his office. We talked about um, our personal lives. You know what I mean? Porque after so many years with the company, we became family. You know, I spent 20 years with you know the Martinez family alongside my dad, and so. Talked about family and how everything was going, and then he was like, okay, now let's talk business. And I was like, okay. So he walks out of the conference room and then comes back in. I'm like, oh shit, like now it's this business Freddie now, you know what I mean? So he gives me the contract, and she was like, you can take it home and read over it, and you let me know if you're interested. Or and I was like, Freddie, tell me straight up what this contract says. You know what I mean? So he tells me, and I was like, okay, if you're being very straight up with me, so am I. Give me the pen. So he hands me the pen, and he was like, hell yeah, Mike, this is what I love. I love the determination and that you're ready to go. And I signed right then and there. So did he. We took pictures, and I was like, okay, I'm a Freddie recording artist now. So I walked out, man, and I wanted to scream. You know what I mean? Because this is what my dad did. You know what I mean? I was in here with my dad, and now I'm the captain of the ship, and now let's see what we can do. So first person I called was Chris, and I was like, Chris, I just signed with Freddie Records, and he was like, hell yeah, Mike, let's get to work. And I was like, let's do this, man. So
Because
yeah, that was
not only is it like for your father, like all the memories and everything that you experienced learning the music, it wasn't even about that, but like the studio ability and the talent and everything that they bring also to the table for you all, like in addition to what you already have, was probably just like boom.
yeah, like everything just fit perfectly, and I was like, this is about to get real here, you know. So as soon as I signed on, I get a call from Jesse Turner once again. And I was like, my brother Jess, I'm part of the crew now. I'm part of the family. And he was like, good, Mike. That's what I was waiting to hear. I wrote a song for you, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So he played it on a guitar. We were FaceTiming, and I was like, I love it, man. Let's do it. So, and that's the single "Siempre Te Cuidaré" was written by Mr. Jesse Turner. So,
Man, so you jump right into there.
yeah, yeah,
Obviously you had time to kind of soak it in, but you jumped in feet first, and that's it. Let's do it.
yeah. We jumped in the deep end. Let's go.
Yeah, might as well.
Uh,
Man.
but you know what I like about the Freddie Records company is that no hay un artista that no, this is my session, don't come in here, like don't bother me with my session, or don't, you know what I mean?
Hey, Mike, hold on a second. You're breaking up a little bit.
Hold on.
Hold on, Mike. You started going out.
Try it
I,
again,
I
Mike.
I hear the static in your voice also when you talk.
No, it's you. I think it's you because unless it's me, I don't know. Let me see.
You still hear it?
You're kind of like choppy.
You want me to get out and come back?
Say it again.
You want to put it and come back here?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, let's try that, Mike.
All right. Let's thank everybody that's in here. Saludos going to Laura, Laura. We have TDK. We have Rosie. We have Victoria's Promotions. We have Leslie. Let's see here.
There it
All
is.
right. Let's check it out.
Better.
Yeah.
Yes, better.
Se los acabó la peseta. Órale, otra
Ay,
vez.
ves,
Se
tú
nos
eres
fue
el
peseta.
giant. Eso de Nicle.
Oh, I
Another
hear it
clock in
coming
for
up
3
again,
minutes.
right?
There is static, but you're not choppy. So,
Oh, okay.
is that
Okay,
you,
good.
George?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Demerit. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can hear you now, Mike. You're good, bro.
Just kidding.
Okay.
So, let's
Yeah,
go to
so
Greeley,
eh,
Colorado. Let me see. Sorry. While George gets situated over there.
I'm central. I'm ready to go. I'm good.
Okay, let's go.
Go ahead, Mike. Pick up where you left off,
yeah,
bro.
so it looks weird. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, so when we were recording, like I was saying, they're not like, hey, well, signals in the studio, so you can't go in there and don't even look through the window and like, these guys come into our sessions and Mike, how are you? How's everything going? They hear a song and mira, maybe you should try this and it'll take it right here and they give us their input, and una de esas, Lucky Joe walks in también. And he, Lucky Joe, completely stops my session. Hold up, guys. I have a song for you. And he grabs the acoustic guitar. He sits next to me and he starts playing. I'm like, look, I'm in the middle of a session, dude. He's like, Mike, I got a song for you, man. So he starts playing it, and I was like, you know what? That's a killer song right there. I want it, look. And he was like, okay. And I was like, but now you interrupted my session. I need you to record this accordion part right here. Claro, carnal, claro. And he grabs the accordion. So on Siempre Te Cuidaré, that's Lucky Joe playing the accordion on there also. So uno al otro los echamos la mano.
That is fun. I mean, that at least you guys have that like ability to be like, it's not just all business. Like you don't just go in and be like, we're so you cannot mess around, or it's family, right? It's like a
Right,
family there.
right, right.
Like
So
I like it.
again, man, it's you walk in there and you just feel good. You know what I mean? You feel the positivity in there. You feel that people want to work and help each other out, which is what it's all about, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Saludos to everybody that is watching. I see one question in the chat. I'm pulling it up right now.
Uh-huh.
Let me see here. Sorry, I lost it. I think it was from Rosie. Musically, what advice? What is the best advice ever received from your father? Before it leaves us, sorry, I had to ask.
Yeah. No, no. Best advice as far as music goes was always make sure that you feel it inside, that it makes you happy. You know what I mean? Once it does that, it's a good song. Go. Don't record something just to I am missing 3 songs. Let's just do whatever just to finish and like no. Like make sure that every song you hear is like, man, this is good. And you know what I mean? So and that's the approach that I'm taking on this album. So
And it sounds like it. If you guys are missing it, they have an album coming out. We're thinking, he said February 1st, right, Mike?
yes, yes, yes.
And the
Yeah, we're
name of
we're,
the
we're at the
album
finish
is
line.
we're at the finish line. What is the name of the album one more time for those that may have missed it?
The title will be The Legacy Continues.
Legacy continues. Be looking out it for it, and we're gonna hear a song from that album here shortly. But really quick, saludos. We have J.R. Solis Entertainment, Lauda Promotions, Rosie, Rosie Allison in the house, TDK, Greeley, Colorado, David Enriquez. Saludos to everybody hanging out. If I didn't say your name, just give us a comment and we will definitely shout you out. TDK says Iconics is one of my favorite bands. Lost
You
track of how
know,
many times I've seen them live. Same, friend.
yes, I'll tell you a quick story about TDK. Um, every time we perform, about the last 30 minutes, I have Isaac announce to the crowd like this is where only the strong survive here. You know what I mean? And I'll announce we're going 30 minutes straight. Those of y'all that dance 30 minutes all the way, well, until the end of the night, I'll give you free t-shirt. I'll give you a free cap. And believe it or not, in San Antonio, Texas, TDK is probably one of the only ones that que aguanta all the way. And he
Mm.
looks at me when he's dancing in front of the band like, hey, yeah. And I'm like, nah, come on, man.
Yeah,
So big shout out to TDK, man.
he was smiling that night, but the next day, ¿cómo andaba the next day el TDK?
¿Verdad?
Like, I can't get up
No,
anymore.
Yeah, no, he's good people, man. Big
yeah,
shout
he
out to
is.
TK.
Friend of the show as well. He is good people.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We talked a little bit behind the scenes on something. I definitely want to go and bring this out now.
yeah.
Um, we got the Houston Rodeo coming up here in about a month. Yeah, end of February, and we're talking how they've already released the lineups, and Go Tejano Day is being headlined by Pepe Aguilar. So obviously we discussed it not in great detail because we wanted to save some for the podcast. But what do you think, Mike?
You know, how do I put this? Having Pepe Aguilar, amazing artist, but I like no se le
Absolutely.
quita nada, no se le nothing like that, right? Um, why the Houston Rodeo has strayed away from Tejano Day is beyond me, right? I mean, we did the Houston Rodeo many years ago with Duelo. You know what I mean? So I kind of like the fact that they were putting a Tejano band and a Norteño, and then after that it kind of went towards bandas, and on the flip side I get it. You know what I mean? It's a business move. They want to make sure that they fill in seats, and I understand, but now to the public. Maybe if they named it a different name, it wouldn't get so much backlash. You know what I mean? I think call it. I don't know. I don't know. Something else. But I think people get upset because it has Tejano Day and there is no Tejano in it. And maybe they mean it in a different way. Pero again, you look at it on as a business standpoint, and you understand. But if you look at it as a fan, pues it's a little it aches a little bit. You know what I mean? Porque pues where's the Tejano here?
Absolutely. I mean, they can obviously rebrand it, because
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. I saw it come. Jesse, yeah, they do have Latino Day. It's actually Jay Balvin that's going to be on that concert card. Jay Balvin for Latino Day or Latin Day. I'm sorry, but getting back to the point, they could rebrand it, man. Like you said, they could call it something else. But
Yeah.
but by branding it Tejano and then bringing these artists, which are great artists, like you said, man, awesome artists.
Right. Right.
I mean, last year I went to go see Frontera when they came in for the rodeo. It was a great show, but it's
And
almost
was
like
it and was it getting backlash because it was Frontera?
it was 50-50, believe it or not. From the
You
people I
know
talked to, it was 50-50. That didn't get as much as what I'm hearing about Pepe Aguilar
of
tonight.
this one, yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bit more. It's almost like they're kicking us while we're down in a way.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's gonna leave a big mark on. I think this year is gonna leave a bigger mark than previous years.
But let me add something to that because we were talking about this behind the scenes, right, Mike? I feel, and I'm gonna probably get some backlash on this. The Hano fans have played a role into what is happening right now. We don't go to the shows. We don't go to the events. They do cost money, right? We'll
Right.
we'll spend we'll spend over $200 to $300 to go see the Cowboys play, and they lose every year. We're not even in the playoffs, right? I'm gonna just leave that
Wow.
out.
That's y'all
But
fault.
and I love the
You just
Cowboys.
ripped
I
the
am a
band-aid
Cowboys
right
fan,
off right
okay?
now.
Yeah,
No, no, no. But
that's
hold
y'all's
on.
fault.
But
That's a totally different category, though.
we don't have a problem spending $200 to $300 to go watch a football game, right? But I can't go watch Mike Gonzalez for $20 or $30 at the door. It's live music. They have live. instruments. They have practiced for hours and hours and hours, and all they're asking is $30 to walk in the door and go dance, go watch this
But
band perform for
but
you.
why do you think that happens? Why do you think that they don't go out?
I don't know. Maybe because they can see it on social media now. I don't know. Like, there's so many things. Like, people, they don't want to go and fight traffic. They say it gets too expensive. You can't drink and drive. Like, there's so many excuses. But those are the same people that go to those games and go to those other events. They'll go pay hundreds of dollars to go see some, like Garth Brooks or George
Yeah,
Strait. They
you're
don't have a
right.
problem paying those bands, but $20 just to go watch one at the Hano band, and that goes so much further because you're helping the genre out. And I don't think our
Yes.
fans understand how important they are to our genre. Like, y'all think that we could just keep playing the same music and we're gonna survive another 100 years. We're not. There's
And
so
yeah,
much talent out there, and we got to get it out there. And I see your comment, we're old now. I get it. We can't last. I gotta take a nap. If I'm gonna go see Mike tomorrow after work, I'm gonna take a nap and then I'm gonna go out there and see him. I'm a prime example. But and I'm gonna drive about 45 minutes to go see him. Like, it's just, do you really want to support the genre? Do you really want to support our live bands? And then you gotta take your families to the events that has the ability. We got to have venues that are allowing 18 and older, 16 and over. We got to
yeah,
get those young kids, because you never know that one song, they're like, whoa, I want to do that. I want to play the
yeah.
accordion. And then you might spark something in your kids. So, like, going to live events is so vital. It's really hard to get people's attention spans now, but I don't think our fans understand that they got to go to these events. Like, we got to find a way to let them know that we want them there. And I remember being upset, I'm like, man, every time I go see Signal, it's too packed. You're not gonna find a place to sit and da da da. And that was such, I didn't look at it as the positive. Like, look how great that is for that band. Now if
Yes.
it's not packed, I feel bad. I'm like, man, I wish they
Right.
had a packed house.
Right.
So like, we just gotta, as fans, we gotta get out of our comfort zone. We gotta take our families. You gotta get those young grandkids and kids and nieces and nephews out to those events. Like, I just think our fans don't understand that because we stop going to those events, they're not gonna give us music that we want to hear anymore.
Right.
Well, that,
Right.
and obviously you brought up a good point. People stream it live now. The people that do go, they stream it live, which it's a double-edged sword. That's a good thing because it's showing that, hey, look, people are out here. We're out here.
Right.
But at the same time, it's you're kind of giving away the show. And that could play in your favor, or artist favor. Artist favors. It could play in their favor, but it can also
Right.
kind of hurt them.
Yeah.
So now,
I had never seen this, but I went to go see Bruno Mars in Las Vegas, right, for his residency. And as soon as we walked in, like, they search you and they give you this black bag, right? And they're like, drop your phone in it. So you drop your phone and they lock it. Ora. And they give you your bag. So, and this is everybody in this place.
wow,
So he comes out and there is no standing there with, how you see all the lights from the phones and everybody's right.
yeah,
There is none of that. And the whole thing. And I was like, look at what this man just did. And he comes out saying he does, I don't know, 3, 4 songs. And then he finally talks to the crowd. And he's like, and I get it. You all are pissed off at me because I took your phones. I get it. But this is our time. This is our memory right here. This isn't for everybody else. If everybody else wants it, they'll come over here. You know what I mean? So if you try to go look for a Vegas show, you're not gonna find it because nobody was allowed their phones. So going back to what you said, George, yes, it's good because you show, mira, hay gente, mira la raza, and this and this. But at the same time, you keep those people at home because, oh, so and so is going to go live. I'm going to sit right here in my living room, and there it is.
yeah.
So I think earlier, Mary, you had mentioned that there was a lot of promoters in here watching your show. JR and who else? Rosie, I didn't
We got
believe was
Laura
in
here.
here. I think,
Rosie, Lauda.
I think something that them as promoters that they should concentrate on would be having more bailes in the sense that all ages are welcome. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't find my babysitter. Or I can't. Well, take them. You know what I mean? Go enjoy with family and your kids, and why not? You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's gonna go till 2 in the morning. If it's a baile, started earlier and it's over by 11 o'clock, or it's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now you get to take your grandkids and mira, I used to do this with your grandparents, and you know what I'm saying? Like there has to be. It doesn't necessarily always have to be in a club. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. You know what I mean? Because you're really you leave out those kids that want to listen to. I get message, Mike. When are you doing a Jamaica or a baile? Because I've got a 6-year-old that loves your dad and wants to hear this music, and he can never go. And I'm like, pues, I mean, I'll let you know.
We're gonna
And I
make one,
make
Mike. We're gonna make one. Let's talk to Hano, and you and I will make one.
I'm in. I'm in. And I make it a point to when we're gonna be around the area, I'll message them. Look, this is where I'm gonna be at. Tráetelo. Try to bring your grandson. And as a matter of fact, let me know when you get here, and I'll send our manager. Go bring me that kid and his family, and I'll put him up on stage. Like y'all watch the show from here. Y
Aw.
tal niño watching it, and he's like, dude, these are the songs that I listen to on the radio at home. So we just got to do more to get to accommodate more of the families. You know what I mean? Make it more family orientated.
I
Yeah,
think.
and
Go ahead,
I
George.
was gonna say, and absolutely, man, and that's what we do need. I mean, we have an event here in Houston every October, the Chicano Festival.
Yes.
It's a free concert, but man, it's out there in the park. People take their wagons, they take their kids, they lay down on the grass, they listen to music. That's awesome. But at the same time, we got to make sure the artists take care of as well. Not everything is
Right.
going to be free. We have to put in our part to be able to, to be want to pay for a cover charge.
Right. Right.
It's a give or take. It's a give or take relationship. We, like Mary said, we do have to contribute a little bit more. Um,
Yes.
it's nice. It sounds nice when we say, yeah, we need to do more public events outside, outside venues, family friendly venues, absolutely. But we have to want to go out there and pay that cover. I
Right.
wouldn't mind. I mean, heck, that's being outside. I love being outside, man.
For
I love
sure.
I
For
love taking my
sure.
kids with me. I love having my boys with me. But like you said, sometimes we can't take them. Now,
Yeah.
culturally, we know what's going on culturally, but you know, with everything that's going on, and I was at Walmart. I was at Walmart or HEB, one or the other, and this kid drove past me, blasting his music. He looked 17, 18 years old. Corridos, dude. I'm like, dude, you're still wet behind the ears, man.
Yeah.
You even know what that music is talking about. But again, that's a cultural thing now.
Right.
It's a cultural
Right.
thing. So it's just like people wearing beer t-shirts that don't even drink, but it's being done. So
It's like me. I don't even like this band. Like, who the
hey,
hell is
come
this?
on now.
No,
That's
man.
just decent, bro. Come on, man. Now you're throwing daggers at me. Now you're
Yeah.
throwing
No.
daggers
No.
at me, man.
Yeah. No. 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 But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I think I think parents had something to play to have to was part of the issue here, being that when we were younger, I mean as long at least our family, we would go to our grandparents or right, and you were gonna go to church. You were gonna go back to their house and watch Johnny Canales.
Mhm.
And then after that, and while you're watching that, you're eating barbacoa, and then the radio goes on, and it's Juan Gabriel, it's Ramon Ayala, it's Vicente Fernandez, and no, you're not gonna change it porque te daban, you know what I mean?
Un
You were gonna get it.
cascarón.
Yeah, so,
Like touching
and
the
that
cornerstone of my
was,
house.
yeah, that's what we grew up with. So whether you liked it or not, you're gonna remember those memories. You remember that music. What my grandparents used to listen to all of this, and then I feel that there was a point where the parents became their friends. You know what I mean? They weren't parents anymore. Eran amigos ahora. I've walked in department stores, and kids are talking to their parents like they're talking to their homie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I'm like, if I did that, Kayate, I'd have false teeth right now. You know what I mean? Like that wouldn't happen back then. But I mean, everybody has their right on raising their kids, and but I feel that it did affect the music, where the roots came from, and they automatically skip that part of the history book and jump straight into the hip
Right.
hop and so.
And
But
it did, dude. It totally bypassed, our genre, our Tejano genre, totally bypassed the generation.
yeah,
It just hopped and skipped over them. Not now,
yes,
being on TikTok, I see videos where people are posting Tejano, music videos. And they're younger than me. I'm in my mid 40s, and I see these people posting. They do look, they're maybe mid 20s, maybe 30s, but they're posting it. But it's far few in between,
right,
or maybe it's not hitting my algorithm 100%, but they're out there, but they're in pockets. They're in small little pockets. How to expose that 100%? I mean, it would be awesome to, like you said earlier, get the promoters together. Just think outside
yes,
the box. Get everybody together, put differences aside, egos aside, whatever you want to call it,
right,
and let's throw something together.
And
yes,
it comes from the artists as well. Like the artists have to be a little bit more, like I know it's about money. Everyone has to get paid.
Right.
You're doing a business. It's a business at the end of the day. And and being open to hearing like this is what we have to do together. Like the DJs have to work together, the promoters need to work together, the artists need to work together. And another topic I want to get into, but before we do that, I think Mike, what we were talking about is how like even in Colorado, I grew up in Colorado. My parents
right.
took me to so many shows. There were so many shows that used to go to Colorado, and that's how I fell in love with the music. I grew up watching. I saw Selena. I got to see Culturas. I got to see Fama. I got to see Ruben Ramos and Little Joe and La Mafia and La Sombra. Like it was always constantly like my parents took us, and it wasn't they drug us, it was just a part of this is who we are, and
Right.
that's how we grew up is we listened to this music, and they instilled it. And I think that's what our parents need to do. I'm not saying listen to it 24 hours a day, although that would be nice, but then we have those same people that are like, well, there's no new music. That is not true. Like we even have veteranos making new music that are saying the same thing. Like I can't get people to hear our music. They want the old stuff, and that's great. That spikes something in us, right? It gets us excited, but we also need to start incorporating that new music
Yes.
so that it can spike something on this song as well. I mean,
Right.
we can only hear the same song over and over again. Don't get me wrong, it's great and it does make us feel something, but I think when we talk to was it Juan George, and he was like, why do you like that song? Why do you like that song that you've heard 1,000 times? Because you've heard it 1,000 times and that's why you like it. If
Yeah.
you hear this new
Yeah.
song 1,000 times, you may not like it the first or second time, but you're gonna probably like it after like the 999th time.
You're gonna
Because
learn to love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, and I think that's what
Exactly.
we did because we heard so like those few songs over and over and over again. Like there's probably Moss songs that people have never heard
I agree.
because they weren't on the radio 24
Right.
hours a day. So
Right.
I think that there is something there is that you can love the old music and the popular music, but take a chance on the new music. Because I mean, you're coming up with new music and you're working really hard on this album.
Yes. Yes. So, and it's like you said, throughout our set, it's not like I'm gonna come out and only play my new album. I can't do that porque these people, like you said, it just it you hear that one song and it just takes you back to that moment. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, ¿verdad?
Hmm.
It's so my plan is to play what I do now, and then within there, I'm gonna be throwing new songs, and that way it just let us chance to all these songs. You know what I mean? Because if you come out of the gate with what's the new song and here's another new song, and you're gonna lose the crowd because to
Hmm.
them it's new. It's not programmed yet that that's a good song right there. You know what I mean? So you have to there has to be a strategy to everything. And um talking about the attendance and all that, how, like how do I put this? You see the noise that Grupo Frontera made, and they're selling out, you know what I mean, arenas and
Arenas.
a young crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me that if I was to play their album, or if I was to if they recorded an album, let's just say it hasn't come out yet, and I play it, it'll it'll work? Or
Is
or
it their
what is it?
name?
Or
Yeah,
what is it?
Yeah.
exactly.
Or is it their name? So I get it.
Yeah.
And when Frontera hit, they hit at that social media turn when
Yes.
everything was we were at home and we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
Right.
during COVID. Yeah,
new
yeah.
and we weren't able to attend because I don't know that I think they really hit the nail on the head when they came out because we didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, and okay, but going back to my question, so you're saying that because of the name that they have. So if Frontera was to play my new album, people will accept it.
I think they would hear it. Yeah. I think without a doubt that they're going to at least listen to it. They're not going to even think twice to hear it because it has their name on it. Now, whether it's going to see va pegar or not, I don't know. Like I don't I can't have an opinion, but I want to wait and think about it a little bit. But I think no matter what song they release, they're always heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it falls into that category because they call themselves Tejano, but it might be because of where they're from, not
Right.
because of their
Their
genre of
music.
music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
So
that's 100% true, Mike. And yeah, to your question, man, that's a tough one, dude. That's a
right. I
tough one,
mean,
man. That is a tough one porque you don't want to take anything away from the artist because they
right.
are talented, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I didn't even take a minute to write this song. It's probably not even well put together. Put your name on it, see what happens. That's a hell of an experiment, and chances are, like Mary said, that they just because of the name itself, they're going to give it the airplay. Now, is people going to like it? They probably won't. They probably won't. But they're going to keep it on because of who's playing it. You understand?
Yes.
Like they're not
Yes.
going to turn that dial right away. They're like, oh, it's something. Like we're programmed to convince ourselves that we're going to like something before we like it.
Right.
We're programmed to do that. It's humans, human nature, creatures of habit, whatever you may call it. We're programmed to tell ourselves, oh man, yeah, this came out on this label. All right, it'll grow on me.
Right.
Why does it have to
Right.
grow on you if you don't even like it? I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. That's a toughie there, man.
Yeah. I mean, how do you? I mean, I would love to see something like that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
love just to see what happens.
I'll get my box of crayons out tonight. I'll mail them something, man. We'll do it.
You got homework, George.
Yeah, there you go.
You just make a phone call. We'll get them on the phone. You can do your collaboration tonight, and there we go. No, just kidding.
Okay. If there was a collab together, would
Yeah.
that boost the Tejano industry? Or
It'll give it a kickstart. It'll give it a kick. I'll tell you that. I think it will. It will give it that shot in the arm that it needs. But at the same time, how long is that trend gonna stay until they say, well, it was one song that they did with a Tejano artist.
right,
I mean,
right.
are they gonna keep playing it? Who knows? That's up to chance.
Yeah.
That's up to chance. I mean, people are gonna add it to the playlist, but it's I don't know. It's just weird, dude. It's a hard thing, man. It is a hard thing. And me personally, the first time I heard from that, I'm like, oh man, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
As it got bigger and bigger and bigger, I started seeing. I was like, it's more of a trendy band. Obviously, they're popular, but in my opinion, it was more of a trendy band or group.
Right.
But they had great music, and they still do. But they just trended because of social media. It's like somebody said here in the comments, they hit what they call lightning in the bottle at the right time.
Right.
And they managed to hold on to it,
And doing a great job at it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like you said, they've got great music. No les puedes quitar nada. They're doing it. They're doing the thing, which is great. I think when you see something like that happen, I think us as artists need to step up our game.
I was
You
just
know,
gonna ask, yeah, like, do you
you,
think it's the stigma of Tejano music that's holding us back?
yes, because mira, you can't just go out and perform your stuff from the 80s and the 90s and write on that porque pues now you're digging a hole now, you know what I mean? And when start complaining, well, I'm not getting any more shows and I'm not, well, because people already know what you're gonna play and pues ya se acabó, you know what I mean? Artists need to put out music, and at the same time radio and online radio and need to give the younger artists a chance as well, because there's very talented young artists out there, pero they don't give them the time of day, and it's a lot easier for you to give up than to keep going,
Right.
you
Mhm.
know. And uno se agüita and no, pues why am I doing this and they don't even play me, I don't even get any gigs, and that'll hurt you, man, you know what I mean? It's but I mean, I would love to take a young artist on the road with me. You know what I mean? So that people can mira, look at these guys right here. You know, but is it in the budget? No, it's not. You know, because we're not there to where I'm able to tell them, you know what, how much do you want? Okay, I'm gonna add you to my bill and I'll pay you. You know what I mean? Because the
Right.
promoter ain't gonna pay. You know, okay, so you want 12,000 because you got an opening act, and to them it's like, no, I just want you instead. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And está cabrón. We need to find a way to bring up the young artist. You know that, and again, that's just because right now we're pretty much just riding on the 80s and the 90s, and luckily I'm one of those that I'm able to play 70s, 80s, 90s, Jimmy G solo stuff. I'm able to play my stuff, and because I keep getting into the studio and putting music out, and you got to keep the wheel turning, you know what I mean?
Right.
You can't
You
just,
stay hustling, bro. You stay
yeah,
hustling.
you have to hustle. It's a game that you have to hustle.
And it's one of those things too. I mean, you're gonna get what you put into it.
Exactly.
The music business to me sounds like it's a never ending grind, dude.
And
You
it
have
is.
to go to bed thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it. You're sitting on the throne thinking. I mean, it's got to consume you to be able to get up to your level as well. I mean, you're
Yeah.
you're up there, man. Your name is up
The-
there. You know.
these white hairs right here is not because I'm just relaxing and doing nothing. All right. So
Oh
Puro
man.
stress, puro stress.
yeah, 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 yeah. There's a name on each and one of these white hairs right there. Not them all. But no, it's a grind, man. You gotta hustle, man. You gotta hustle.
Absolutely.
So
I agree. And this is a great conversation. I think bottom line, it takes all of us. And there is no group within the Tejano industry. And when I say group, I'm saying the promoters, the labels, everyone that Let's Talk Tejano wants to bring together, the fans, the labels, the promoters, the artists, the bands, everybody that's involved in the music, we all have to work together. Like, if the fans aren't buying the music and they're not watching live music, then what are the artists presenting and what is the DJ playing? Like, it goes
exactly.
hand in hand. And I said it time and time again, our fans don't understand how important they are to the industry. I stand on it, right? Because we got to work together. If you guys aren't streaming, downloading, requesting the music, buying it, going to the live shows, taking your kids, it's gonna stop. There's gonna be a point in this industry that it's going to stop. There's plenty of talent out here. Please do not get me wrong. There's two different
Yes.
things that we're saying. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of people that want to play Tejano music. There's a lot of artists that say, I want to be a Tejano artist, but we're the doors are just so slim to them because we can't get people to listen to the music, and that's where we got to come into play.
You're
So,
right.
introduce the music to your friends, your family, share it, stream it, download it, request it. Like, do that's the easy part as a fan to do, is just be with us. Be, if you see a DJ playing live music, ask him to play new music. Ask him to introduce a new song that you've never heard. Okay, Mike G's coming out with a new album. Let's start requesting it. And then that's what's someone else may hear it and be like, I've never heard of that band before. Who is it? And now you just open the door to one more person. And
Exactly.
it just helps so much. Like, I don't think we give that much emphasis to our fans, but you guys are vital. You guys are
Yes.
crucial.
Yes. I totally agree with you, Mary. It's I look at it as it's a circle that everybody has a part to play in order for it to keep going. ¿Verdad?
Mhm.
It takes podcasters like yourself to have artists on your show so people get to know, new artists and still see their older artists, and then radio has to play new music, new artists. It takes promoters to put their investment on artists to bring them to their venues, to bring the crowds that hear their music and see the artist on y'all's podcast, and to come out and look, this is them live now. You know what I mean? It's just a full circle type deal that everybody has to do it. You can't just wait for it to for it to be handed to you, because it, again, we go back to the hustle word. Everybody has to hustle at this, and it'll work. No, there's no reason why it can't work,
Right.
oh
No, it's it's gonna be it's gonna be a continued struggle. I mean, it's is it gonna pick up? And I sure do hope it does. Is it gonna get back to the glory days? It's got the potential. You
I
know,
agree.
it's got the potential. I'm never gonna give up on the genre. Never. I don't care what people say. Some people might say, well, you're promoting something that just ain't there. Well, what's not there for you, but it's there
Yeah,
for a lot more people.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
you know.
You go to Milwaukee, to the Mexican fiestas out there, and that thing is unbelievable with Tejano fans, and I sit there and I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, so how do you explain this in Milwaukee to what happens in Texas?
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, is it a just in Texas that we have an issue, or
Right. Well, I mean, obviously we're closer to the border, so that's where the cultures kind of clash.
right?
That's one deal right there. This is where the cultures kind of clash. But at the same time, good point. If it gets that far up north, why not here?
Yes.
If it gets that, I could just imagine. Like somebody asked it on the chat earlier. They were asking when you were going to go back to Milwaukee, if you had any plans to go back to Milwaukee.
Uh, as far as the Mexican fiesta, we were there last year, so I don't know if they take artists back to back, but I would love to go to perform in Milwaukee. If anybody on here has any contacts for clubs or promoters out of Milwaukee, just shoot me a message and let me have their number or their name at least, and I'll reach out to them. I would love to spend more time out of state. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth, because I get messages a lot like, well, when are you coming to Chicago? And when are you coming to Florida? And when are you coming to California? And I'm like, people, I'm not there to say, hey, Juan, give me a date so that I can go to Fresno or to Sacramento, or I don't know the people out there. You know what I mean? So if I was to be sent, hey, mira, this is a promoter, I would love for you to come to California. I promise you and I guarantee you I will call them and try to work something out to go visit these states, So
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard when you don't have a lead. You know what I mean? Give me
Right.
one
Oh
lead.
yeah.
That's all I need. You know what I mean?
No,
So
exactly.
again, back to the fans. Go to your local venues and tell them who they should be
Exactly.
bringing. Like
Exactly.
it takes all of us, and that's what we love to talk about on Let's Talk Tejano, is just keeping this industry, and I think educating our fans about. And I talk to myself because I'm a fan of the music. Educating ourselves on how we can help the genre. Like, we can sit here and complain about it every single day. Oh, Tejano's dead. Oh, they don't accept me in the industry. Do something about it. Like, don't just
Yes.
don't
Yeah.
just kick your feet on the ground and stomp around like a little. Don't don't just
Exactly.
throw a fit. Like, do
Yeah.
something about it. Like, make
Yeah.
make something be like happen. Because we could sit here and just cry about, oh, the Hana music's dead, but you could stop putting music out there. You could stop touring, and then but the Hana music's dead. Like,
Right.
so it takes, like we've been saying, it takes all of us, and I hope the fans understand every little thing that y'all do, it helps the industry so
Of
much. Going to the
course.
venues, buying the music, downloading it, streaming it, even hearting it, putting the little hearts on the on the videos that we put out there that promote the music, and watching the podcast and being here and listening to these conversations and sharing it and be like, hey, we had a really good conversation on this podcast. It takes all of us. And
Exactly.
we're doing it for free. We didn't pay Mike to come on the show, and we're not getting paid for it. We're just talking about it, and that's how much we love this industry. Artists, Esteban's in here, Mario Alberto. You know, we have so many artists that come in. Gil Jimenez, saludos, everybody that is hanging out. If I didn't say your name, I apologize. I can only see this many comments right now. But everybody that's watching, it takes all of us. We're just a big circle,
Yes.
like you said. If someone puts their foot down to say, I don't want new music, you're stopping the wheel from turning.
Exactly.
And that's where we got a problem. So I like the
Yeah.
wheel analogy. I may have to steal that from you, but
Hey. Yeah. No. It's the truth.
Mhm.
There's no other way to look at it, but that's the way it works. And
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Big
And of course,
Sur-
this discussion started with the rodeo. Obviously, and I'm not knocking the rodeo, but that weekend for anybody who's here who's gonna be in town for the rodeo, or if they're gonna go to the fest. No, I mean, not the festival. I'm sorry, the fair. There's a lot that goes on in Houston during the rodeo. There's a lot of Tejano venue, not Tejano, but clubs that do have something going on. So if y'all are down here in town for that, look for those clubs.
yes,
Look for those
yes, for
clubs.
sure. Yep.
Google it. Look for those clubs. There's plenty of them here. It's just another opportunity to get more exposure to the music and the live set. They might
Exactly.
not be in the big stage, but they're around town. They're spread
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
So if
for
y'all, if
sure.
y'all are down in Houston for the rodeo, y'all make sure and look it up.
Yep.
Y'all
I know
probably
that.
see me at one.
What is that Tejano station out there, George? Tejano FM? Puro?
I believe it's 96.1. I'd have to look it up. I'll be
They're
honest with you.
trying to promote something around that because they saw the same thing, the lineup, and they're like, "Man, we need to do better."
Yeah,
It
exactly.
takes us like we got to be angry. We got to show love. Like it's not anger bad. It's anger like we got to do something about
No,
this.
it's almost a theory of redemption. Hey, they took away our day. Let's
Yeah.
do something about it. Let's carry that flag somewhere else and show people that we're ready for this again. Because
Right.
honestly, like you said, if it's an norteño band and a Tejano band opens up, that's it. That's a good mixture.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yes.
mixture. That's what it needs. But man, when I saw that Pepe Aguilar, I was very disappointed, man.
Yeah.
Part of me was saying maybe they're gonna do something different this year to what we just spoke about right now, the collaboration between two bands. I was crossing my fingers, like, man, if they do that, I'm definitely gonna be there. It's gonna be
Right.
great. When I
Right.
saw the lineup, I was like, put a bet on. Like,
Who's on the committee? Like who's on the committee? But again, we can't blame them. Like we can't just be negative. We can give them our opinions, but it's a result of something. That is a
Right.
result of something. Whether it's declination of people attending, declination of people showing interest, there is a reason. It's a business at the end of the
right.
day. And
Yes.
we gotta respect that business.
Mhm.
There you go, 106.7 Puro Tejano. Thank you, Jessica. But it's we're not going to go storm them. We're just going to say, okay, that's your choice, but this is what we're going to do. So we got to just do better. And I'm proud of Tejano FM, Puro Tejano, that they saw it and they're like, we got to do something. So I'm hoping something big comes out of Houston, but it takes all of us. So again, big salute to everybody that's hanging out and having the comments in here. I'm reading y'all's comments and paying attention to what y'all are
Mario,
to
Mario
us.
Reto goes, grab your pitchforks.
Right. Hombre, cállate.
Hey, I know. Tell the right
We'll
person
make
that
the
they don't
name
listen,
for
Mario.
they'll be like those Tejanos, they're crazy.
They're
I might,
crazy.
I might be that one.
But big salutes to Tejano Outlaw Band, to Mario Alberto, Gil Jimenez, the promoters that have been in here, all the fans. We have Colorado. I know David, he is Tocayo Promotions. We're trying to get you out there in Greeley, they said. They want to bring the Iconics. So
Let's
message
do
him,
it.
y'all figure it out. Please let us know how we can help you, and ask the DJs and promote and podcasters to get your flyers up and help promote as we'll help as much as we can. But I know we kind of went off on a little tangent, but the reason for it, Mike, when we started the interview before we went live, is this is important to the industry.
It is. It is.
We're facing an uphill challenge. I mean, just the rodeo itself is showing that we're facing a challenge, and it's a real challenge.
It is. You're absolutely right. I don't. I strongly believe that if we don't snap out of this mentality that we have towards this, we're gonna be in trouble. You know what I mean? And then, God willing, none of that ever gets to that point. But once it gets to that point, oh, what happened? And we should have done this. And well, yeah, you should have done it when you had a chance. Not now that it's. You know what I mean?
When you have
Like,
artists that want to play Tejano and be Tejano
yes,
and be in
yes,
the Tejano industry, like we have we have young kids. I mean, we have what Elijah Ezekiel, we have the Yabara boys,
Mhm.
we have so many young talent out.
yes.
Like we gotta embrace them. We gotta give them a chance, and everyone starts somewhere. And remember that. Yeah, and
You're
there's
right.
so much new music. I mean, Mike, you have an album coming out February 1st. The Outlaw Band has a new album. Mario just dropped some new music. Like just in this chat right now, there's at least 5 or 6 new songs that are out here,
Yes,
coming out here.
yes. You know, which is great.
And then in this
Yeah.
room. So I think that's amazing.
Yes, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely a good topic to bring up. You know, I wanted to get your take on that. You know, when I found out you were going to be on here now, I was like, man, I'm going to ask him when that lineup comes out, and I'm disappointed again. I'm going to ask him because I was already planning. I was already planning it, and I was like, I'm waiting for that letdown. But hey, I might get surprised.
I was watching
Yeah, I
it before we came live. I was like, dang it, by Peggy Lot. And people are not happy with him right now anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that negativity,
the
right?
fact that they picked him, like, good luck to him. I hope he has a great show. I don't wish bad shows on anybody.
Come back.
Come back, Jack. Well, while he's gone, I want to give shout outs to everybody on YouTube. I know we had let me see here. Where is it? Joe Uribe. Joe is out there. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Gil Jimenez, Mario Alberto. Y'all go follow Mario Alberto, Esteban, Gil Jimenez. Who else is out here? JR Solis, the promoters, Laura, Victoria's Promotions, Rosie. Let's see here. Saludos going out to Albarico. And he had a really good topic too about females having a tough time. We talked about that the other day on our show with Lori Jean, and how it is a little bit difficult, but with social media, it's getting better for the female artists. That was her opinion. Here's Mike.
Yes, it is.
There he is.
I don't know what happened, but
Oh, I was like, we're not done yet here, friend.
all right. You didn't even say bye, you know.
I was like,
So, Mike, you're going to be in town this weekend here in Houston, and you're going to be pretty busy. So, you want to start off where you're going to be at?
Yes. So again tonight about 1 a.m, we traveled to Irving, to Southern Junction. And then nomás terminando ahí, we head to Houston to El Social with Mikey Mike out there, right? So Houston, it's been a while since the Iconics have been there, believe it or not. So we'll be at El Social. Make sure you call, get your reservations going, and then Sunday in Rosenberg for Mr. Ram Herrera's benefit. ¿Verdad? So it's what I like about like the benefit and all that is that there's still people still help each other. You know what I mean? It's not like, nah, well, how much are you paying me to do this? Or like, no, man. You know what I mean? There, when people are in need, you help. You know what I mean? That's just
Right.
that's the humane thing to do. But it's not how much you pay me to help you. Like, no, man. So it was they actually just wanted us to show up and hang out and I was like, no, I want to perform for Ram. So
uh-oh.
Mike?
Mike, come back.
why keep doing that?
I don't know. I didn't do it. I promise. I'm not touching anything right now.
Well,
I'm
that's
like, what?
Saturday the 10th. So you're going to be doing that on 10th. You're talking about Rams deal as well. Great
On
cause.
the 11th. His is on the
Right.
11th.
Yeah.
At the the Stardust Event Center in Rosenberg, Texas.
Yes.
There's a lot of artists that are going to be out there. Just to name a few: Project One, Ben Ramos, J.R. Gomez. We have Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. A Powerhouse Aviso is going to be out there with Ruben Ramos. With friend, it's going to be a great event, and they have like
Yes, of
raffles.
course.
There's going to be a live auction. If you just go to Ram's page, there is a flyer that talks about it. There's a little bit of a QR code if you want to donate and be a part of it. So it's a great event that you have on Sunday. So you're busy. So you just got out of you were on Bumper Show, which was a great show last night. That's always a good time. I think you guys have like formed some sort of bond out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But I saw the live last night and I was like, that is so cool. So you were on Bumper Show. Before that, you were recording. You were on Bumper Show. Now you're with us. You come to Dallas or Irving, and then you go to Houston, you go
Yeah.
to the event, and then you're back in the studio for your trying to get your release out by February 1st.
Yes. And at the end of the day, we go back to that one word, hustle. You
Mhm.
gotta hustle,
Hustle.
man. You know what I
Yeah, a
mean?
lot
Talk
of
about
caffeine.
busy. And then
A lot of caffeine.
we only ask that you pay $20 to go see him at the door, whatever the cost is. I
Yeah,
mean, you see what
yeah.
he's
I
doing
mean,
in the industry. Like they're traveling at 1 in the morning and they're traveling from Dallas to Houston. It's not far, but when you've already played a set a whole night and they don't, so when I don't, if no one has seen Mike's shows live, it's not one song, they break, they talk. It is song after song after song after song. They may get adjusted song after song after song. They may adjust, but it is just like back to back music. Like they are
yeah,
just from the moment they go on till they get off stage, there is not a cut. It is just it's a awesome show.
yeah. And that's just stuff that I, I mentioned it yesterday on Bumper Show. Like when you go see your artist, your favorite artist, no matter what genre it is, do you want to go see them talk all night, or do you want to go hear the music that you're like, man, I want to hear this live now? You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, so that's the approach I take. I guarantee you that the first hour there's no talking. You get an hour's worth of music back to back. And then after the hour, okay, now I'm gonna talk. Thank you to the promoter and thank you all for coming out. And now I got the only the strong survive segment. You know what I mean? I got another 30 minutes to go.
In
So
case
everybody on
one
the dance
comes
floor,
in.
yeah, let's go. So, I we play a lot of music every night. Again, I get a satisfaction, I get a joy playing this music because, well, one, I recorded it with my father. You know what I mean? So that's very special to me. And secondly, the rest of the stuff, my father produced and arranged it, and so I take pride in what I do here.
Yeah. No, and it shows, man. It shows that definitely you carry your dad's passion,
Yes.
and it bled onto you, but at the same time you're doing your thing, and you're doing it well, man. So keep
Thank you,
on
brother.
going, bro. Keep on
Thank you,
going,
brother.
man. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm hoping to make it out there. I can't make it out there Saturday because I got a little thing going on. But Sunday from Rosenberg, I mean, it's maybe a 30-minute drive from it. I'd love to go out there and meet you, man.
You,
So
you know, you know what's good about the benefit also, they're going to be selling chicken plates, and you know what I mean. So I already told my guys we're having lunch at the benefit. So
Yeah, send me,
I
send me some.
yeah, I was like, we're driving over there, and that's what we're eating. We're gonna support Ram Herrera. You know what I mean? We don't want anything for free. We're gonna pay for our plates. And that's what it's all about. It's about helping one another here.
The one thing that always stuck out from we've interviewed you a couple times now is you always don't have a set list. And I think that is
Yeah,
so phenomenal. And, like maybe like there's not a lot of people that know what that means, but like sometimes bands will say, okay, we're going to play ABC and then maybe, these other songs as a backup or something. Y'all just
right.
go off of the vibe.
It's off the vibe. If the crowd is dancing, I'm gonna keep going.
mhm.
You know what I
That's,
mean?
that's,
So, and I love the fact when we're playing and after 4 or 5 songs, I see the couple walking off like, okay, yeah. And then I'll start another song, and they're like, "Oh my god, this song!" And they get back on there, and I was like, "Yes," you know what I
You
mean?
see, you help
So
you help out the venue too, porque dicen ya está. Hold on, let me go take. Let me get another bucket. Hold on.
And you're like,
You're helping the venue,
exactly,
man.
you know what I
You're
mean?
helping the venue. Let me get another
If
bucket.
anything, I'm helping them all around. Their cardio's
Yeah.
going. They're hey,
everything. Your
it's like welcome to the gym here. Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I'm dancing and I'm like, okay, I got like 5,000 more steps. That's like what, three more minutes. We're good.
You're waiting for your watch to you did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You achieved
You're in
everything. Like, orale.
the middle of the song, you're like, you're working out. I am working out.
Believe it or not.
Big saludos go to Gil Jimenez, Roy, saludos out there, and everyone that's watching. Thank you for all the comments. We were watching. Marina's out here, Jonathan's out here, Randy, Yvette, Joe Solis, 181 Boys, Sammy Torres, Jessica, Esteban, the Outlaw Band. My mom's out there, Alicia. Hi, mom. Let's see who out there. Anita, David, Carol, Claudia, Alberico, Barbushi. I don't know how to say that name. I hope I didn't mess it up. But everybody that's hanging out there with us, we appreciate it wholeheartedly. Please, Mike's gonna be playing. I saw somewhere that maybe even you're gonna be at San Marcos soon. I
Yes.
saw that. So he's coming to a city near you. And then if you're out of the state of Texas and you want him to play, just go hit up your venue or provide him with the name of your venue. If you have a contact, let him know. He always gives us his phone number to give out, but you can message him on Facebook, and he'll look into going out to your state.
Yes.
So he wants to travel, so put him to work, y'all.
Yep. I would love to go out there. We just bought a new jet. So
I saw that. I saw that.
we didn't buy a jet, Mary. What's wrong
No,
with
the
you?
van. I thought you needed the jet. I thought you had the
I knew
van.
you were joking, but when she said I saw that, I was like, oh, wait a minute, is that
Oh
true?
shit, they got a
Hey,
jet.
Mike, I want to go to
The
Milwaukee
van. You
too.
have the van. That big old van thing.
No,
I thought,
believe it or not, Mary, we used to travel in that van.
really?
Yeah, so and then I joined this management team, Zaz Entertainment, and we've made some really big moves, and with God's blessings and having a great team behind us. But now we travel in a tour bus, which is, it's another step. You know what I mean? But now we at least get to rest while we're traveling, and we get to porque a lot of people don't understand that if you sit in a vehicle for 5 hours to get to your gig, to unload, to set up, to sound check, to play, to tear down, to load up, to get in, and you have another 5 hours because if not, you're not gonna make your next gig. Y vas sentado, and that takes a toll on your body. And you wake up and it's your sciatic is all out of control and you're barely able to walk, and I mean it happens.
We're not spring
And
chickens anymore, is what you're saying.
yeah, thank you. No, but no, and now again with God's blessings, we're able to rest now on the road, and so I thank these guys, Mr. Frank Delgado out of Rosenberg. He's the main one behind this management, and he's become part of my family now. So big shout out to Frank Delgado. I've got Miss Marlene. Marlene takes care of all the social media part of it, and getting podcast interviews together, getting radio interviews. Porque I used to want to be a one man show. I'll do it all, but that's too much for you to take on. You know what I mean? Eventually, you leave something out,
Mhm.
and so it's just one of those things that you need a team that's gonna back each other up and support one another, and I strongly feel that I've got the team right now.
And I'm glad you kind of get some of that off your plate because then you can focus
Yes,
on what you really want to do is the music, right?
exactly,
And
exactly.
excel and everything. So, speaking of the music, we have your song, Siempre Te Olvidaré.
Siempre te cuidaré.
Oh, they wrote it wrong on here because that's not what I got. I got one. They wrote it wrong. That's what when you said the first time, I was like, That's not what I got.
That's all. I will always forget you, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
no.
was like, that's why I was like, so it's on here, but okay, siempre te cuidaré. So
Yes.
I wonder if this is even the right song. When did you send it out?
Oh man, I
Beginning of December.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Whoever
let's
sent
find out. I mean, press play. I want to know what the hell this is. No?
I think it's the right
We're all
one.
gonna
I think
find
they
out.
just gave it the wrong title. So
Va a ser un
let me.
corrido o algo.
¿Verdad?
I know, right? Like little
Banda de
tuba
corridos.
action right there. All right, well let's take a listen. So siempre te cuidaré. Mike
Yes.
Gonzalez and the Iconics coming out on February 1st ish is what we're thinking on your new album called.
The legacy continues under Freddie Records.
Siempre te cuidaré. Siempre te voy a querer. Tú ya traes mi corazón enamorado y yo sueño con tenerte aquí a mi lado. Si te digo que me muero por besarte, no sé cómo, pero voy a conquistarte. Más te vas a enamorar, más con lo que yo te voy a amar y más por ti. Siempre te cuidaré, siempre te voy a querer, siempre te cuidaré. Dame una oportunidad, yo te voy a demostrar que mi amor es de verdad.
So it was the right song. They just put the wrong title in here. I don't know who gave it to me, but it was in here already. We're gonna blame Joe, and he's not even here for me to blame him. But
Yeah.
I was like looking at the email. I'm like, up there, it's right, but wherever this came from, yeah. But anyway, siempre te cuidaré. Coming
Yes.
out on his newest album, you're gonna be able to find that on all the music media platforms. So be prepared to go like, follow, and it's really important that y'all know. When you heart their music on Apple or any of the streaming services you use, it helps them grow in those categories. So be sure you're following them and hearting their music and helping them grow in those playlists. Okay, so when you add them and you make those public, other people can hear that. So every little thing that we do is all analytical, and that's kind of what fuels the industry a little bit more.
Right.
The
Right.
song sounds good, man.
Thank you, brother.
Great jam,
Thank you.
dude. It sounds great.
Awesome.
I was listening to the words. It's like somebody, Marina, just commented as well. She said, "I love the words." I was listening to the words, like, man, I'm digging the lyrics, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was written again by my musical brother, Mr. Jesse Turner from Grupo Signo. So
Mhm. No,
great
great
job.
song, man. Good luck with that. But it's gonna be a hit, dude. You're gonna do good
Thank
on
you,
that,
brother.
man.
Thank
It's
you.
gonna be a hit.
Yes, sir.
It's
Well,
let's see. I was trying to look for the
I was looking at all the comments on here.
yeah. They
I
want you
mean,
in Colorado, Mike.
Let's go.
They want you in Colorado, man.
Let's
you
do
tell
it.
them what band, tell them where to go and how to get there, and they'll go.
Yeah.
Let me
If you
see.
want the easy way, the easiest way is you call me at 956-204-5762. Call me.
5762
Yes.
956 204 5762.
That's my personal number. So there's no middleman, there's nobody taking percentage, there's no you work directly with me and we'll work things out to make it happen, you know. I know that a lot of bands think, we're going out of state, and out of state promoters también are like, dude, automatically you all want triple the price that you charge, and está cabrón, and I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm not one of those bands, you know. I'm not. I get calls for quinceañeras and weddings, and también again. Oh, it's a wedding. Charge them 10,000, 15,000. Like, no, man. You know what I mean? I take quinceañeras and weddings and all of that just like I take another gig. You know what I mean? To me, that's what it is. It's a gig. You know,
Yeah.
so yo no le subo precio. You know, I don't play that game. You know, I leave it right where I'm at, and that's it. You want to work? Let's work, or let's figure something out.
That's cool, man. That's yeah, and that goes show your humbleness, your personality, dude. It's top of the line, and obviously somebody you love to do business with, man. And if there's any younger artists listening in, anybody, reach out to Mike, man. Even if it's just for advice, I'm pretty sure he would
Of
gladly help you out
course.
with that as well. You know.
Of course, of course, it would be my pleasure to for whatever, you know. I've said it before, you know. There's the world that we live in right now, guys, is a little messed up. But there's a lot going on with everything, and I know that depression is real because I've been through it. I know that there's times that you feel you have nobody to talk to. There's times that you feel that you're just alone and nobody cares and nobody. You all have my number, and whenever anybody needs anybody to talk to, you need somebody to listen to you, call me. Call me. I promise you, I will sit there and I will have a conversation with you, and we'll figure this out, man. You know what I mean? Life isn't life is what you make of it. Don't make it hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Figure it out, and we'll figure it out together. Give me a call.
I was gonna say there's a lot of resources out here to help you out.
Yes, man. Yes.
Really great.
So
And we put your number in the chat. So yeah, Gil Jimenez said great attitude, hermano, and just you're humble. So I like that. I like that.
awesome.
Absolutely. So, dude, obviously you're busy, man, and we appreciate. We talked earlier tonight when we were talking back. Said, hey, dude, how long you want to go? It's up to you. We'll wing it, whatever.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah.
cómo se va la hora de volada, bro? I mean,
We were
Quick.
like for like 10 minutes, we're done. Yeah, right.
yeah. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah,
I,
no.
I looked at the timer and I was like, oh my god, it's. I felt like we covered a lot,
We
but
did.
Yes.
but in so little time, like, man, where'd the time go? But great
Exactly.
conversation, man. Great
Yes,
conversation
for
tonight.
sure. For sure. I love it. Every time I'm on here, as soon as I got on it, I was like, oh, here we go, man. So I love it. Guys, whenever you all need anything from me, you all have my number. I'd be more than glad to come onto your show again. You know what I mean? If you have somebody cancel on you, you just want to have somebody, you call me. I'll get on your show. Let's
Well,
talk.
February
Let's
1st, let's talk about your new album. So let's get you maybe when your album comes out, we'll premiere it and we'll have the right
Mhm.
names. I can read, okay? I can read. It was not my fault, but I'll take the blame.
there
And
was
you
no
and
spell check on that.
It was just so to get y'all's attention so you could hear it. Like that was I did
Ale,
it on purpose, okay?
Mike's like,
there you
that's not my
go.
song.
Siempre
Right? I was like,
funciona.
oh, wrong artist.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
going to be
Oh
in San
well.
Antonio Fanfare, right? You say you are going to be there this year?
I will be there at Fanfare this year. So
Cool. We'll be there too, Mike. We're making that
awesome,
trip over there, so we'll be there as well. So hopefully we'll get to
awesome.
hook up with you, man, and kick
Yes,
back a little bit. But again, dude, man, always great to have you here, dude.
thank you, my brother. Thank you all
Always
for
great,
having me,
man.
man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow in Irving, Southern Junction. If you're in the DFW area, go to Southern Junction tomorrow. They're going to be live, they're going to be jamming. And then he'll move on to Houston on Saturday and then at the Social. And then on Sunday, he'll be in Rosenberg for the Ram Herrera's
Fundraising,
benefit
yes.
the
Mhm.
benefit. So if you're in any of those cities, please make your plans, go check it out, make your reservations, make your plans. It's we got to support the music, we got to support live
Yes,
music. It's where it's at. And maybe put the phone down for a couple of songs and go dance. I don't know.
exactly.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but let's enjoy our time when we get to watch them live because it is
For
something
sure.
different, and it's just to be there and to watch them perform what they work so hard for us to do. So
Awesome.
Always a great conversation. And thank you for the honest dialogue. Keep up the great work and wishing you continued success from Rita. So, Rita, thank you so much for the kind words. Yes, great conversation. That's what Sirius Tejano and Let's Talk Tejano teamed up for this show so that we can have these honest conversations while getting to know our artists, our bands, our labels, our fans, you, our fans, and our DJs and our promoters and everyone to get together and have some honest conversations. So
Yes, for
until the
sure.
next time, Mike, we appreciate you. Sorry, George, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if anybody got their feathers ruffled, it's Mary H. Cruz at Gmail. You can
That's what we did.
Yeah.
Like, call that number. It's in the chat. 956.
You can send that mail over there. As a matter of fact, I'll
Right.
forward mine to
Just
hers as well.
message me if you have a problem. If you have a problem with what I read today, just message me. You can pay for my what is that? What is that? Spanish lessons. The Spanish is a second language. What is
Rosetta
that?
Stone.
Rosetta Stone. You can pay for my
Yeah.
Rosetta Stone.
But no, guys, thank you again. Not just for what you do for the Iconics, but what you do for the industry, man. You know what I mean? It again, we got to support, podcast shows. We got to support FM radio, online radio, clubs, Jamaicas, all of that stuff. It all goes hand in hand. And again, guys, thank you for having me. Once again, if you all need to get a hold of me, 956-204-5762. Guys, Mary, I'll see you tomorrow. Si Dios quiere in Southern Junction. And George, hopefully you can go out on Sunday to the benefit. ¿Verdad?
Yes, sir.
I got your chicken plate. It's on me. All right. God bless you guys. I love you, man. Thank you all. Man.
Safe
All right, Mike.
travels. Have a
Appreciate
good
it, buddy.
night.
Yes.
Let me see if I can do this now. There he is.
There
All
you go.
right. Great conversation. I loved it. Was not prepared. I thought we were just going to talk about his new music, and I love that we went there tonight.
We had
some
to
really-
go there because that lineup just dropped today.
Yeah,
And
I know.
trust me,
I don't want to.
I was voting back quite a bit when I brought it up. I was like, man, I got to keep my emotions in check on this one because that's just I'm not happy about it.
They could have. I have mixed emotions on it. I'll be honest with you. Like they have live music. Hey, let's just start there. That's a plus. They have an iconic legend. Is he Tejano? Maybe by not our definition, but he's Mexicano and it's good music. So I'm gonna give those pluses. Do they have an opportunity to help the genre? Absolutely. Is it their job? No. So that's where we need to step up and we need to demand that they have we need to use our voices. We need to use social media for the good, not just complaining and making. We can't just throw a fit is what I'm trying to say. We can't just throw ourselves on the ground and whine like little kids and they didn't pick me, they didn't choose me and pour me. We got to do something about it, and that's demand good music, play good music, request good music, get your DJs involved, get your podcast involved, get your social medias in order. Like we gotta be positive in the way we move. You can't just be very negative. Although I'm a little hurt that
I'll
there's not one
give you my
Tejano.
last. I'll give you my last pros and cons on that. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You're next.
Boo and boo. That's how I feel about that. Right?
But okay, so let's say they announced a big show. Let's just say Mike and Gonzalez. Okay, and how many people does that arena fit? You went to see Quinteta last year.
60, right at 71, 67, 71. Yeah, last year it was about maybe 70, 71. It was maxed out cap.
He's not talking about people. He's talking about thousands. Okay, hundreds of people, right? Hundreds of people go to this event. We would need all the Tejanos to show up for that event to be successful.
Right.
And if we can't get y'all to go to the clubs and to the Jamaicas and to the venues, how are we going to go fill up a big arena over there? Like, we have to think about it in that capacity. Are we who are mad about it? Were you going to go? Were you going to spend your money? It costs to park, eat, and attend. Are we all prepared for those conversations? Like, let's be real with ourselves. Were we going to fill up a venue of 70,000?
Well, the conversation we have to get ready for is whether or not they should just rebrand that date totally.
Exactly.
Well, are we willing to let go of that Tejano Day? Are we willing? Am I willing to? I'm not. But then again, if this is what it's going to be, then maybe they should rebrand it. You know,
Yeah, they shouldn't be at the Hano Day.
yeah, they should just
And
rebrand it. Just go
Tejano
to
industry does their own thing. I mean, look at
right.
Fanfare. Fanfare moved from Market Square and they went to Hemisphere Park. And now there's a Spring Fest at Market Square. It's not about being upset, it's about what you're going to do about it. So if you're in the Houston area, you got to go to the venues. You got to show the promoters that there is a need to have a venue of 70,000 people to have your Tejano legends go up here. Because you could do a whole day of Tejano music. You could have Mike, you could have Ram, you could have those, but I mean, you could make a whole day of it. Are we going to fill up 70,000? I don't know. I
Now,
don't think so.
to you were here at the cook-off last year.
Hmm.
You saw those tents. There were several tents out there that had, some Tejano bands.
Hmm.
I think Jaime and the Chamacos were out there last year, I believe, or the year before, one or the other. But anyways, and then there's another spot right outside the stadium. It's called the Hideout, I believe, and they've been known for having every now and then a Tejano band, which is good. I mean, it's like a little mini club
Hmm.
outside of the venue. So it's they're trying, and to your point, is they going to fill up the stadium? Probably not. But like Mike said, just the way they did it with what do you say? I think it was
Well,
Duelo. I
hmm
mean, that would be a great start to do that all over again. You
yeah.
know,
But well, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the opposite side of that. Is why do we need that? Like why? If people love Tejano so much, like they say they do, why can't we have a Tejano day? Like at the state fair in Colorado, we used to have Culturas, Fama, La Mafia, Selena. Like you had a whole day of Tejano music. It was a whole day and it was packed. Why aren't we there anymore? Like why can't people go to those
well, I mean,
events?
sometimes things just need to get jump started, and that would be a jump start.
But
You know,
first, we need people to show interest. Because as a promoter, if I'm gonna, let's say, as a promoter, I gotta pay 5 bands, and each band is a couple thousand. I gotta come up with a lot of money. Like we gotta be real. It's at the end of the day, it's a business. Can we get away with making it free? Possibly, if we have sponsors, because they know you're gonna be there. If Dr. Pepper said, okay, you're expecting 70,000 Tejanos. I want to sponsor you. And then they're going to let that event be free for you. They have to know that there's interest in order for the sponsor to work. Like it's a business at the end of the day.
oh
And
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
it,
we know that,
if,
yeah.
but I don't think enough people want to understand that is why we can't have free events. The sponsors need to know that you're going to be in those seats and then they're going to want to sponsor. The sponsors need to know that they're going to reach a crowd and like the crowd the tent that we were under, like they were giving hats away. But look at what was being promoted. They reached a whole lot of
Right.
people there. So it's just, I think we just need to take a good look at. We need to, yeah, we need more people to support. We need more people in the seats. We need more people at the clubs. We need more people at the Jamaikas and the live venues at Fanfare, Market Square. If you see a band, go take your family. Like put it back on the people, and it could be one day cheaper because we know we're going to get sponsors for those events because they know that you're going to be there. Okay,
Right.
like that's
It's
how it works.
yeah, it has to generate the demand. We have to generate the demand, and it's
Exactly.
there, but it's there with strings attached.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'll
So
go,
like
but
if
is it free? Yeah, hey, I'll
you're
go, but
wondering,
yeah, hey, yeah, well, we're gonna have beer special. It doesn't matter if the beer's a special or not. You're still gonna drink the damn beer. I mean, when
mhm,
I go somewhere like I won't even ask how much a bucket is. I can just bring. I'm gonna drink it anyways.
yeah,
You're not gonna give me half a bucket. Just bring me the whole damn thing. But
exactly. Think
you
about
know,
it. If nobody can do it, we can do it. We can as a group. I agree. I mean, I just don't think people understand the concept. Like to bring money, you got to be there. Like you can't just expect it to be free at your first time attending. Like it's going to take a minute to get that ball running. We were selling out arenas. La Mafia, Selena, Mas, Los Palominos, like Little Joe, Ruben Ramos, they were selling out arenas. And there's a reason why some of those events could be free because we knew we were going to fill up those seats. So the sponsors were hounding and lining up like they do for the Super Bowl because they're going to get paid at the end of the day. we got to get that same mentality back into this music genre. Like, I just think.
Well, like I said, I wanted to get Mike's opinion on that because when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna
I
ask
know.
him
I was
this.
like,
I'm definitely gonna ask him
oh, and
this."
then I was reading the comments because I was watching somebody in Houston go live, and I was reading the comments, and they're like, "Pepe, why Pepe?" And I was like, "Ew, that's not going to be well received. He's not liked right now. There's so much controversy with him right now, anyway. But he has good music. So is his music gonna?
I mean, it will. I mean, hell, I
We'll
mean,
see.
really, when it comes to somebody like that, not saying that he's not obviously he's a great artist, but when it comes to somebody like that, people just want to be there just to say they're there. I'm sorry. It is
I
what it
agree.
is.
I
They
agree.
just want to be there so they can say they're there. They probably haven't even heard a quarter of his music portfolio. But hey, people like him. I'm gonna go see him.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you like him, but you're just gonna be there just for the views when you go
I
live.
agree. I
But it is
agree.
what it is. But y'all heard Mike. Y'all go wait February 1st. Y'all make sure to go support his new music, his new song, all the music media platforms. Make sure to give him a like. Definitely give him a follow. Great guy, great human being, and hopefully I get to go out to Rosenberg and see him in Rosenberg. So
That would be really cool if you could. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow, um, here at the Southern Junction. So but we want to thank you guys. Yeah, you remember playing at the state fair? See, like, gosh, Colorado State Fair. If y'all aren't following Esteban, please go follow Esteban. They have an album coming out, Tejano Outlaw Band. I'm trying to lock them into a show for us. Hello, Esteban. Just kidding. I met Esteban many years ago. Really cool story. But they have an album coming out, so go follow Esteban, Tejano Outlaw Band. They're with Shell Shock, and they're doing their thing. I got to see them live. I have the video. I need to post. I'm sorry, friend, I haven't done it. Um, yeah, we get a hotel because yep, exactly. See, like it just we gotta generate. And what David said, we used to be able to go to shows for 5-10 bucks. Inflation affects everything, but we can make it happen. We just need people to be more supportive and stop just complaining. Come up with a game plan. Anyway, all right, that is our show, our first show of the year. Happy New Year. Welcome, everybody. Serious Tejano. I hope you're following Serious Tejano. I hope you're following us. Let's Talk Tejano here on Facebook. Many more shows. Great year ahead of us. And thank you to Joe and Serious Tejano for letting us interview Mike tonight. I'm so excited to see him jam. He's going to be busy all weekend. He has his album coming out. The legacy continues around February 1st. So great interview, George. I'm going to let you
it
say
was
your
fun.
goodbyes.
It was fun, and appreciate y'all joining us. And we'll be back again next week. And have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Go Texans. We play Monday night, so it's gonna be a great week.
Football's over. We're on to basketball. Go Spurs. Anyway, okay.
Y'all are. We're not.
You'll be there too. You'll be on the couch with us. Calm down. We'll watch basketball together soon. Don't worry. All right, y'all. Be safe. God bless. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you for all the wonderful comments and to everybody that partook and helped us out. We appreciate it. We see you. And we need to go get Jesse. But yep, April. Let me know, friend. Send me a message. All right, y'all. Be safe. God bless. And